Do you know what happens when a Sigma male is provoked? Do you really believe that you can provoke a Sigma male and then leave? A Sigma male's art of vengeance is distinct from any other archetype you have come across before. It's a complex game of mental chess where the Sigma has already planned his moves well in advance. Are you ready to discover what lies behind the enigmatic expression of the Sigma male when provoked? So let's dive in, shall we? 1. They don't react. If you're expecting a swift reaction or an explosive outburst, you're barking up the wrong tree. Unlike the alpha, who might charge forward impulsively, akin to a bull lured by a matador's red cape, the Sigma remains unfazed. This stoic exterior, often mistaken for indifference or weakness, is a strategic choice. By not granting an immediate response, they withhold the satisfaction of a reaction from the provocateur. Their demeanor, calm and composed, gives away nothing, offering no fodder for further provocations. But make no mistake, their silence is not a symbol of submission. Rather, it's the quiet before the storm, the tense moment of suspense in a thriller movie. The strategic brain, which was passive, becomes active, crafting meticulous counter-strategies. It's no longer about just ignoring the instigator, but dealing with them in ways they hadn't anticipated. And it's at this juncture, in this high-stakes mental game, that the Sigma's true prowess shines through. It isn't rage that guides their hand, but a cold, calculated precision. In the grand theater of life, while others play their parts loudly and vigorously, the Sigma operates in the shadows, quietly but effectively. It's a silent warning to all who dare tread on their path. Underestimating them might just be the last mistake you make, for while they may not wear their power on their sleeves, it pulses undeniably beneath, ready to be unleashed when the moment calls for it. Number 2. The wolf, not the bull. Like I said earlier, an alpha male will impulsively charge at the matador who waves a bright red cloth like a fierce bull. The bull, full of fire and fury, rushes towards the cloth, thinking that's the enemy. But what it misses is the real danger, the matador himself. That's how alpha or any other archetypes react when provoked. They get caught up in the moment, missing the bigger picture. Now let's have a little fun with the analogy. What would happen if a matador dared to taunt a wolf? Well, it's likely that matador wouldn't see another sunrise. Kidding. But the point remains, unlike raging bulls, wolves, or in this case, Sigma males, are exceptionally cunning. They have a keen intellect that allows them to outsmart most, and they aren't easily riled up. When someone tries to rile them up, they don't just see the red cloth. They focus on the person waving it. They're not fooled by surface-level games. Instead of charging blindly, they pause, think, and then act, always aiming for the real target. While others get lost in the noise, Sigma males have a knack for spotting the truth. They know that reacting quickly can be a trap. They'd rather understand what's really going on. And when they act, it's precise, direct, and often unexpected. So, if you're thinking of trying to push a Sigma's buttons, be prepared. They won't fall for the usual tricks. Instead, they'll see right through you, and when they do strike back, it won't be at the distraction you've set up, but at the heart of the matter. It's a whole different game with them. 3. The subtle art of the wolf in sheep's clothing. Imagine a peaceful meadow, where you find a group of gentle sheep grazing. They're approachable, trustworthy, and seemingly simple. It feels like a safe space to share stories, hopes, fears, and vulnerabilities. The ambiance feels welcoming, and you're tempted to lay down all your cards. You'd tell them anything, right? From your happiest days to your deepest secrets. But here's the twist. Among those innocent-looking sheep, there's a smart, sly wolf hiding, and you've just told it everything. Hidden amongst these unsuspecting sheep is a Sigma male, often mistaken for just another part of the flock, but in reality, a wolf in sheep's attire. The Sigma's approach isn't loud or aggressive. Instead, they listen intently, absorbing all the whispered tales and stored secrets. They're incredibly astute, filing away tidbits that could be potential weaknesses. Now, it's not that Sigmas are naturally deceptive or malicious. They only don the sheep's disguise when pushed to their limits or provoked. They prefer peace, but they're not afraid to engage when cornered. So, if someone decides to challenge or undermine a Sigma, they better be prepared, because this wolf knows more than they let on, and when they choose to strike, it's with precision, targeting those vulnerabilities you so freely shared. The lesson here? If you're considering trying to outsmart or provoke a Sigma, be cautious. Behind that seemingly docile facade might just be a wolf, masterfully blending in, waiting for the right moment to reveal its true nature. Don't be fooled by the fleece. Underneath, there's a keen mind ready to act when the time is right. 4. The Sigma's last stand. Choose wisely. Imagine standing at a crossroads, two distinct paths ahead. One leads to a peaceful meadow, bathed in sunlight, the other to a dense, dark forest where unknown dangers lurk. This is the exact position a Sigma male places you in when they offer their final warning. This is their olive branch, a gesture of magnanimity, an apology, an acknowledgement of error, and the Sigma male welcomes you into that sunlit meadow where all is forgotten and forgiven. But reject their peace offering, and you're led into the forest, a place where the Sigma's intelligence, cunning, and strategic mind become your most formidable challenges. It's not about vengeance for them, but a lesson in respect and boundaries. So, when faced with the Sigma's final warning, it's wise to remember the crossroads. Choose the path wisely, because once chosen, there's no turning back. Number 5. They will hunt you down in your dreams. Much like the eerie prowess of Freddy Krueger in A Nightmare on Elm Street, a provoked Sigma male has an uncanny ability to infiltrate your psyche. But they don't need claws or a fictional dream world. Their weapon is their profound understanding of human psychology. A Sigma male, when challenged, has the knack for uncovering an individual's deepest fears, insecurities, and unresolved traumas. They won't use fists or physical intimidation, but rather, they'll delve into the recesses of your mind, pinpointing those vulnerabilities you hoped no one would ever discover. Imagine having an adversary who knows precisely what makes you tick, what keeps you up at night, and what you're desperately trying to hide from the world. Sigma males, with their observant nature and analytical prowess, possess this talent. Once they've identified these pressure points, they can subtly allude to them, making their opponent feel exposed and defenseless, even in a crowd. Think it's over after the confrontation? Think you can shrug it off and move on with life? Think again. The Sigma operates on another level, not just in the world we see, but in the psychological realms we often overlook. They don't just understand your exterior, they dive deep into the recesses of your mind, discovering those fears you'd hoped remained hidden, those insecurities you thought you'd buried. It's a mental game of chess where the Sigma male is always several moves ahead, making their challenger question their own sanity. They don't aim to harm, but to assert their position and showcase the consequence of underestimating them. Provoking a Sigma male is like willingly walking into a psychological labyrinth where, at its center, your deepest fears await, amplified and ready to confront you. As we wrap up today's deep dive into the enigmatic Sigma male, remember, underestimation can be a dangerous game. If you've been intrigued by today's exploration and want more insights like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Join our community and let's unravel more mysteries together. Till next time, stay curious and always be on the lookout for the silent wolf among the noisy crowd. Subscribe and see you soon.